Hello, everybody. Today, I would love to throw some light on this so contaminated and so misunderstood word, spirituality. And I would love you to understand it as a conscious choice that we do in our life to know, understand, and enhance the life that we are. Who we are, what is life, what matters in life, and what we are here for. So, first of all, let me tell you that life is a spiritual journey. Life is nothing else than a series of situations, people that repeat themselves, and just to give us some lessons and to give us some understandings and lessons that awaken us, if we want it, to higher states of consciousness, to higher understanding of ourselves, of everything around us, and of life itself. So basically, being life a spiritual journey, we can walk life in two different ways. One way is to walk it unconsciously, and the other way is to walk it consciously. And this is where spirituality comes in. But let me first talk about the unconscious walk. The unconscious walk is simply what's happening for most of the people. Most of us walk through life without consciousness, just in compulsive states of reactions. We don't consciously choose how to respond to people and situations, but most of all we are thrown away by our thoughts, prejudices, opinions, or our emotions. Which is not a great way of going through life, because we can do it. Most people ask me, or not most, some people ask me, well, but why spirituality? Cannot we walk without it? Yes, you can walk without it. This will be the unconscious path. The disadvantage of the unconscious path, though, is that life will throw at you so many lessons, because you see, when we are compulsively walking through life like a car without GPS, we sometimes need more than one lesson to understand only one thing. And this could take lifetimes and life after life to just understand who you really are. And yes, you can walk unconsciously, and maybe life shakes you up to awareness and awakens you in different moments, and maybe at the end of your life you got it, but maybe also not. And the problem that is connected to it is that walking like this, you will walk in endless cycles, like your life. Like, for example, if I look at me in my past years, I walked not always conscious about what I was doing, choosing, making. And the result was that I was really overwhelmed and wounded by life, because I was not set up. I didn't have the consciousness, the steadiness of emotions and of body to understand what is life and how to take it, let's say. So my life went into cycles, and this is the way most of our lives go, into the same repetitive cycles. For example, if our lessons is relationship, we have one boyfriend, then we go to the next boyfriend, and we go to the next one, until we haven't got it, what it is, that it is love, and what it is a relationship instead, and how to live it and how to understand it, and so on. This is just an example. I mean, the lessons can be about almost anything, about the meaning of death, the meaning of a loss of a loved one, a divorce, everything that apparently seems bad to us, as a learning effect. It's just like something that life throws to you to enhance your awareness in this area of life. So as I said, unconsciously we can walk. Yes, it takes a long time, and you will really be overwhelmed by so many lessons that maybe you come out wounded and depressed and anxious, and you will just not like to walk life anymore. And that's why I prefer the conscious path. The conscious path is where you let spirituality in. Spirituality as a tool to get to know yourself, get to know the piece of life that you are, how you emote to people, what is that you love, that you like, what is that moves you, that has a meaning and a purpose for you in life, what matters, and all these beautiful things, because it is just when we have owned back our mind, our body, our emotions, and we know exactly what this piece of life wants, and we love it exactly so much that we know how to walk it. It is then that we can really enjoy more life, no matter if life throws some apparently bad situations on us. We will not be overwhelmed, we will not be depressed too much, and we would just be so stable emotionally, mentally and physically to understand and know that it's a wave, that this wave will go through, and we will just walk through life in a more graceful, senseful and intelligent way. And this is why for me it's so important to tell people, don't scare off from spirituality. It's not a huge thing, it's just pouring a little bit of grace and of silence and of introspection into your life, so that you can really observe yourself, know yourself, learn to love yourself. And there are different areas that you can touch by pouring spirituality into your life. I mean, translated spirituality then is nothing else than making use of tools like meditation, yoga, mind inquiry techniques, all these beautiful means that today are available to everybody that just willing and open to make use of them. And these are all tools that introduce silence and introduce introspection and know thyself into your life. And this is the best thing that can happen to you, because this is when you start developing your GPS and you're no more a car that just wanders without not knowing where to head and why you are doing it and what's the sense of all this. So with spirituality and through the tools that yoga, meditation and other holistic sciences offers to us, we can enhance the only 3 areas that we as human beings can consciously enhance of ourselves. One is the mind. The mind is very important. The mind is what creates your reality. So if in your mind there are negative thoughts or false beliefs about yourself and life and so on, you will probably recreate them in cycles again and again without understanding what's the lesson. And owning our mind, cleaning up our mind is really the best thing we can do through spirituality. Because when this is done, you have first the chance to really consciously manifest the life that you want. And until you will have subconscious misbeliefs or false beliefs, this will just derange your manifestations and what you create for yourself in life. Owning the mind is so important also for the second area. The second area are the energies, because mind and energies are pretty much connected. And when we become conscious in our mind, when we can observe our mind, our patterns, the way we emote, and just clean this filter, then also the energy that maybe till that moment was quite negative, low or lethargic, or let's say an energy that was not really vibrating with life, with the reverberation of life, it can become a true life energy. Because let's see it, we are like instruments. We can be out of note or in the note. And when we vibrate in anxiety, fears, and so on, we are not in tune with life. And the more the energies are higher, and the more we can work consciously on our energies and how to use it throughout life, we can just manage our life better, and we can manage our energy better, and this leads to higher vibrations. And when we are in tune with the vibration of life itself, walking through life would be an effortless process, a process that is much more light and easy than if we walk the unconscious path. The third area that we can consciously enhance through spirituality and the so-called spiritual tools, if you want to call them like that, I like to call it holistic tools. This is the body. The body, you will need it all your life, and the more stable is the body, the more stable is your mind and your energy. So you cannot have a stable mind with a sick body, and the other way around, or higher energy with a sick mind, and the other way around. So they are very strictly connected, and that's why the exercises, the conscious exercises with your body, keep it in movement, and the right movement, and healthy by eating healthy food and so on. These things will all come to you naturally once you have understood the importance and the interconnection of body, mind, and energies. Then nobody will have to tell you eat in a certain way, because you will notice the difference, the way you vibrate with life, the way you walk through life with good food or without good food, with a certain mental food that you take inside of you, and without this mental food. So it is just, for me, it is really important that you shift from this misunderstood concept of spirituality and start pouring a little bit of it into your life, because it can change your life so immensely and so profoundly, and you will really be empowered to be the co-creator of your life consciously, enhancing your consciousness, noticing what you are talking, what you are emoting, what you are doing, how your body is moving all the time, and being able like this to just bring this piece of life, to walk life the way it's meant to. So I hope I have thrown enough light on this spirituality that I love so much to have in my life, and I hope you will pour some of it in your life. So thank you so much for listening. Bye.